Hello and welcome to my little speed run I have going for Chapter 4 Dark World of Super Meat Boy. Unlike prior videos, I'm going to actually attempt to explain what's going on a little bit with some of my videos. One of the things that you'll see that I do a lot is use the kid, and he can be pretty tough to unlock, but if you have him, a lot of these Dark World stages go by pretty easy. You saw there on the first stage, 4-1, you can kind of slip through those saws and then use the kid's special ability to get places pretty fast. Another thing about him that's pretty good to use is if you actually slide off of the wall, you can double jump in air. Normally if you jump once, you can only jump again, but sliding off of something allows you to do that mid-air jump twice. And by the way, sorry for that 4-3 run. That was terrible, but if you use Alien Hominid, it's actually pretty easy and a little bit better than using some of the other characters available for you. Some of these ones are pretty straightforward too. You just need to use Meat Boy and go through the level pretty quick. I wound up doing these in a way that you don't see a lot of my deaths, but trust me, for each one there's probably 20 or 30 deaths to try to do these as fast as possible. Again, another one where the kid was pretty useful and handy to have. This one, I think that you might be able to do with Spelunky a little bit faster if you're able to blast through those saws, but I can never get that to work, so I just use Super Meat Boy. Here's a pretty fun one where you actually get to use Gish, which isn't really that commonplace. As you can see, you can run along the wall if you hold the R trigger, so it comes in pretty handy for that stage, actually. This one's another straightforward one. You just double jump across instead of going through the portals to save you some time. This one was a pain in the ass to get through. Use Commander Video, and if you saw there in the beginning, I died so many times, but you can actually jump down and use his ability to slide across, so you don't need to go and get the key and all that other fun stuff. But yeah, you're gonna die a whole hell of a lot trying to get that one to work. This is a one where Alien Hominid comes in handy since he can jump a little bit higher than Super Meat Boy. What I usually do is hold the right trigger to run, and then I use the left trigger actually to fire his projectiles out. Kind of speaking of fun characters, this is the Pink Knight. And unfortunately, the keys don't really show up too well, but that kind of explains what's going on. In order to do that super high jump, usually I hold left trigger to do the run, and then I tap A really quickly. You have to double tap it unbelievably fast, and it takes some getting used to, but once you've got that trick down, there's a ton of stages where that comes in handy if you need to elevate through the level pretty quickly. That was a fun level right there. I chose to use Mighty Jill off to get through this little section just because you have a little bit more control, but hey, you can fit through those spikes and winds up being pretty handy. This is another one of those Super Meat Boy ones where you just need to go through the level as fast as possible in order to get a pretty good time. If you time everything right, it works out pretty well. This one, I think you could probably do a little bit faster than what I've shown here if you use the kid and slide off of those and then jump underneath instead of waiting for that moving platform to catch up to you, but I tried about 50 times and really couldn't get it to work. It is possible, I just don't have the skill level to pull that off, so at least the end of the level you can save quite a bit of time by doing what I did there. That one's pretty self-explanatory. And then this last level, I went with the kid. You can probably use Fly Wrench for this. He'd be another good character. The one trick is this part right here. You can actually jump up and go grab that key before the laser comes around, and that'll save you a ton of time getting through that. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for further speedruns.